we're going to talk about the biceps brachii. Okay, and so here we have the biceps brachii, and there are actually two parts of it. There's going to be the short head of the biceps brachii and the long head of the biceps brachii. Okay, and this is going to be that major muscle that when you flex your arms, you can kind of see. So I'm going to isolate this muscle. And so here we have the long head highlighted, and it is going to have a longer kind of point to the insertion than we have for our short head. The short head is going to originate on the scapula. So you can see that right there. Okay. And our long head is going to be on the scapula as well, but it's going to be on a different part of the scapula, specifically the supraglenoid tubercle. Okay. It's going to insert on the radius at the radial turbosity. Okay, and so this muscle is going to be kind of involved in moving the lower part of the arm, so the forearm. So here's our first action. This is flexion of the forearm at the elbow. Bringing your forearm up towards your upper arm. So here we have forearm supination. Okay, so if you kind of flip over your arm, so the back of your hand is facing the anterior side, and then flip it back toward the supine position. Our next muscle is going to be the brachialis. And so if we kind of turn our model, we can start to see the brachialis right here. So let's remove the biceps brachii. Okay, and so here we can see the brachialis. So it's going to be deep to the biceps brachii, and you can see it kind of on the edge without removing them. Let's look at it when it's by itself. Okay, so here we have our insertion and origin. Our insertion is going to be on the humerus, and our insertion is going to be on the ulna. So you can see that right there. Here we are going to have forearm flexion, and you can see that it's working with the biceps brachii, so they're synergists. Our next muscle is the brachioradialis. So that muscle is going to be right here that I've highlighted. Okay. So it is going to attach on the humerus, and it's going to insert kind of way down here by the wrist at this radius, at the styloid process. Let's isolate it all by itself. Okay. So again, you have the humerus, and then it's going to insert way down here on the styloid process of the radius. The brachioradialis is going to be a synergist to the biceps brachii and is going to flex the forearm at the elbow. The last muscle we're going to go over is going to be the triceps brachii, so we're actually going to need to rotate our model so that we can see the back. Okay, so we have the triceps brachii. You're going to notice that there are kind of multiple parts of it. We can see kind of the lateral is highlighted right here. We then will have the long head of the triceps brachii, and then if I go to the anterior view, we can actually see, it's going to let me highlight it, maybe not. But under here, right here, we have the medial, okay, the medial head of the biceps brachii. Let's go back to our model, and let's see if we hide this. It takes off the whole thing. So let me unhide, and then it's a little bit difficult to see, but there we have. Here's the medial head that you can see. So let me highlight that again. Okay, so if everyone can see that, you have, again, the 3 different parts of it. We're not going to ask you to memorize the 3 different parts, but you do need to recognize that this is all the triceps brachii. Okay, so there are 3 heads of it. The origin is going to be on the scapula. Okay, so if we move down, we can see kind of the origin if we look at this specific long head right here. And then also the posterior proximal humerus. So this is going to be the posterior proximal humerus. And then the insertion is going to be down on the ulna, down here. Here we have the triceps brachii extending the forearm at the elbow. So this is the opposite of it, flexion. So you've been flexed, and now you're going extending back, and that is when the triceps brachii is going to be contracting. Okay, so this is going to be an antagonist to the biceps brachii.